Hey there, I'm Heather Osby, back with your second set of core rehab exercises to be practicing in the postpartum period and beyond. You can be practicing these when you are several years postpartum because we can always use strength in our lower abdominals. So today you don't need any equipment. I just want you to get your 2 songs queued up, Spotify, Apple Music, whatever you like. Get a little Britney or Taylor going, whatever sounds good to you, and let's get moving. Get baby on the ground for some tummy time because this is a great opportunity for them to practice their strength, and every mom I know is like, oh my gosh, I'm not getting my kid enough tummy time. So let's multitask, tummy time for the baby, core rehab for you. Let's go. So from the supine position, which means on your back, we're gonna start with a glute bridge with a march, which looks like this. Bridge up, one leg lifts, back down and up. Bridge up, leg lifts, down and up. So here, how we're gonna be using our breath is I want you to inhale, exhale, bridge, lift. As you lift, make sure that your pelvic floor is contracted, pulling up and in, and back down. So with these, you can reset your pelvic floor contraction each time you're lifting your leg up. You can be drawing your pelvic floor up and in, or you can try to hold that contraction throughout several reps. So here I'm gonna inhale, exhale, pelvic floor lifts, bridge, hold. And I really need to reset on this one with each rep. I can't really hold it. There's a lot going on, so I can't really hold it through each rep. So for you, you can try the same way. Inhale, pelvic floor lifts, and back down, bridge up, pelvic floor lifts. And again, that pelvic floor lift is like you're pulling a blueberry up and into your vagina. If your glutes are over firing, they're firing really hard on the contraction, we want just to back it down a little bit. And this movement can be kind of confusing for that because your glutes will be firing for the bridge. We just want to make sure that that pelvic floor contraction is actually coming from your pelvic floor and not your glutes. All right, moving on. Next exercise, we have a leg supported dead bug. So you're gonna bring your legs to tabletop. So knees stacked over your hip, right through here. And with holding onto your right leg behind your knee, we're gonna move through our left leg. So what it looks like is straightening that leg, lowering it towards the ground, bringing it back up to center, down and back up. How we're gonna use our breath this time. I want you to inhale, exhale, pelvic floor pulls up and in, hip bones energetically drawing together, and we're gonna move from there. Okay, so with this movement, again, like one of the ones from our last series, our heel slide from the last series, you can probably drop this leg all the way down to the ground if you bulge your belly out. That doesn't do anything to help strengthen your deep core muscles. What that's using is your hip flexors for the most part. And we need to strengthen your deep abs. So for here, maybe you're only able to strengthen to here or straighten to here before you notice the belly popping up. That's fine. You can only go to here. Cool. As long as you're getting the contraction that we're looking for in the pelvic floor and you're trying to keep flattened low belly through here instead of doming or popping it up, okay? Depending on where you're at, when I was in my early days postpartum, we're switching sides here. When I was in my early days postpartum, I could barely move like past this point. That's as far as I could go. And that is fine. It will still get you nice and strong. If you're not popping up through your low belly, you're working the correct muscles. Make sure we're keeping that pelvic floor contraction through this. Now this other hand is using as a support system for this leg, so we don't have to use as much core to hold it up. It might be too much for you to use your core, but if you're feeling like this is actually pretty easy, you can attempt to let go of your leg and see what you do. So the second that I let go of my leg, boom, my belly is just like popping up. I don't know if you can really see it here, but it's popping up versus when I support it, you can see when I'm able to keep it drawing a little bit more flat. It's a very subtle distinction, but if you're paying attention, you'll feel it in your body big time. Okay, so again, if I let go, you see how my belly just like instantly pushes out through there? That's not what we're looking for. Okay, next exercise we have is a side lying hip raise. So last time we practiced the clamshell, remember that? This time we're gonna add a lift and clam, down, together. Up, clam, down, together, okay? So with this, you're using your glute through here, we're using our abdominals, we're exhaling, Pelvic floor lifts up and in. I really want to hear an audible exhale from you with this movement. Feeling this in both your top and your bottom glute. This one's a real burner for the glutes. And glutes, as we talk about core rehab, are so important because strong glutes equal a strong pelvic floor. So they are an integral part of strengthening our core postpartum. A lot of times people think, okay, I gotta get my abs back postpartum, and they wanna do a bunch of sit-ups and bicycles and leg lifts. Well, we really wanna be working our glutes because they support our pelvic floor. Hip bones thinking, join together through here. 2 more reps. Good. Last one, we're gonna go back to our back for a heel tap. So legs coming up here to parallel again. You can support your opposite leg or not. I'm gonna move my hands up and out of the way, but you can keep them right by your sides. I just want you to be able to see what my back is doing. So from here, I inhale, exhale, pelvic floor lifts, tapping one heel towards the ground, moving through here. Very small, subtle movement, tapping the ground. We're really focusing on that pelvic floor contraction. Okay, so I'm starting to notice right here that my ribs are starting to flare up. Makes it easier for me to move through this range of motion. I want to actually pull those ribs down and make sure I can't put my hand through my low back here, okay? Because I really want to be using my deep abdominal muscles and not my ribs. You can see the second that I start to move that leg, my ribs start to go. This is a really hard movement for me. It doesn't look like this should be a hard movement, but it absolutely is. So be really mindful right here of your rib cage. Work to keep it down. Maybe you can't even bring your heel all the way to the ground. Maybe you can only bring it to there. As long as you're able to keep that rib cage position down, you're feeling it in your abs, we're doing good. Couple more. Don't forget about pelvic floor. Reset as you need to. Last one. Good. If your music's not over, you can start back at the top. All right, good luck. Bye.